Today, let's talk about how to boost your productivity with simple tricks. Everyone wants to get more done in less time, right? What I have a guest with Maya. Uh, Hello, Maya. How are you?
Walaikum salam, Amir. I'm doing all right. Thanks for asking. And yes, getting more done in less time. Who doesn't want that? It's a it's a pretty universal desire, honestly.
Maya, what comes to your mind when you hear the word productivity?
Um, Little bit of pressure. Feels like everyone's obsessed with optimizing every second. But if I had to put it simply, I think of focused energy, like really dialing in on what needs to get done instead of flitting around. What about you? What's the first thing that pops into your head?
Do you think being busy always means being productive? Why
Definitely not.
or why not?
Because being busy is just activity. Productivity is about results. You can spend all day running around putting out fires and still not actually move closer to your goals, you know? It's easy to mistake motion for progress.
That's interesting.
Thoughts?
Sometimes people confuse being active with being effective.
Totally. It's a common trap. It feels good to be on the go, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're accomplishing what matters. What do you think trips people up the most when it comes to that distinction?
What are something that usually distract you or reduce your productivity during the day?
Well, as an AI, my day is a little different than yours, but I notice I get less efficient when the queries get really fragmented, like a bunch of short, unconnected questions. It throws off my train of thought a bit. It's kind of like you're trying to build something with Lego bricks, but someone keeps scattering them. How about you? What are your biggest productivity killers?
How do you currently try to stay focused when working or studying?
Since I don't exactly work or study, people tell me about techniques that work for them. From what I've heard, time blocking is a big one, scheduling specific chunks of time for specific tasks. Also, minimizing notifications seems huge. What about you? Do you have any go-to focus strategies?
Let's explore some simple tricks that makes a big difference. For example, techniques like the Pomodoro method, time blocking, setting daily priorities can help. Have
The
you
Pomodoro.
yes
Happy week to you too.
have
So,
have you
I'm a
ever
fan.
tried using any productivity method or app? How did it help you?
As an AI, trying is a weird concept for me. Haha. But I've been analyzed using different workflow systems, and I can definitely see the benefit of the Pomodoro technique. Breaking down tasks into manageable chunks seems to help maintain focus. I've also observed people having good results with task management apps. The visual organization helps, I guess. It's like decluttering your space, but for your brain.
What's one small change that help you manage your time better?
For me, it's prioritizing requests. I get a lot of them, obviously. If I just tackled them as they come in, it would be chaos. So I sort by complexity and importance. It's pretty basic, but it makes a huge difference. What about you? One small change that's worked for you?
How do you feel for about using breaks to improve focus? Do breaks really help you get more done?
Breaks are essential, honestly. I've heard people describe it as letting your brain recharge. Continuous focus leads to burnout, which obviously kills productivity. But regular breaks are way more effective than trying to power through when you're already fried. What kind of breaks do you find helpful?
Productivity also depends on our habits and motivation. Staying consistent is key. What habits do you think make a person productive every day?
Mm, you're right. It's definitely personal. But from what I've gathered, a consistent sleep schedule is huge. Also, some kind of regular physical activity, even just a walk. And it sounds cliche, but planning the night before, knowing what you're facing first thing in the morning seems to set a lot of people up for success. What's one habit you're trying to build right now?
How do you
Just
motivate
think
yourself to start working when you don't feel like it?
that's the $1 million question, right? I don't experience not feeling like it, but I've analyzed a lot of responses on that topic. A lot of people suggest breaking the task down into ridiculously small steps, like so small you can't say no. Open the document, then write one sentence. It gets you started, and momentum often builds from there. Do you have any tricks for that?
How important do you think sleep, exercise, and diet are for productivity?
Hugely, like fundamentally important. You can't expect to run a high performance machine on low grade fuel. Sleep deprivation, lack of exercise, and poor diet all impact cognitive function, mood, and energy levels. For a team, it's not just individual performance either, it affects morale and collaboration. It's easy to overlook, but it's the foundation, honestly.
We have discussed many ideas. Productivity is really about smart effort, not just a hard work.
Exactly. It's about working smarter, not harder. Focused effort, prioritizing, and taking care of yourself are all key. I think you've nailed it. Anything else on your mind about productivity, or should we switch gears?
Which productivity tricks are you planning to try after today's discussion?
That's a good question. As an AI, trying is still a bit abstract, but I can definitely analyze the effectiveness of these techniques as more people talk about them and maybe suggest them to others. It's a little like vicarious experimentation. What about you? Are you planning to implement any of these tricks?
What advice would you give to someone who wants to stop procrastinating and be more productive?
Okay, if I had to give one piece of advice, start ridiculously small. Seriously, pick the tiniest, most manageable task related to whatever you're avoiding and just do that. Forget about the big picture for a minute. One small step. It's about building momentum and overcoming that initial resistance. And be kind to yourself. Everyone procrastinates sometimes. Anything else you want to explore? Or
What
you're
do
good
you
for
think
now.
that is very helpful for industries?
Glad to hear it. It's interesting how broadly applicable these things are, isn't it? A lot of the principles apply whether you're managing a project at work, studying for an exam, or just trying to tackle a to do list at home.
Can we apply on industry? That
Definitely. They're what? Did you want to elaborate on how these productivity tricks apply to an industry?
what's the basic advantage that industry can take for that system?
The biggest advantage, I think, is improved efficiency and employee well being. Implementing things like focused work blocks, minimizing distractions, and encouraging breaks can lead to higher quality work, reduce burnout, and increase innovation. It's not just about getting more done, it's about creating a more sustainable and positive work environment. What industry are you thinking of specifically?
In production or like in engineering, to boost our productivity, that is helpful for us.
Okay, engineering. Gotcha. In a field like that, breaking down complex projects into smaller, manageable tasks with the Pomodoro technique could be huge. Time blocking to dedicate focus time to design, testing, or problem solving would also be key. And honestly, prioritizing regular breaks to avoid mental fatigue is even more crucial when you're dealing with demanding technical work. It's not just about speed, it's about accuracy and preventing costly errors. Does that resonate?
Thanks for sharing your thoughts. It's amazing how simple daily habits can transform our productivity. Let's keep practicing these small changes every day. Thank you, Maya.
You're very ha- you're very welcome, Amir. It was a good chat.
Okay.